Good morning, everybody. We are putting bees in today. Could you tell? I don't usually normally dress like this, but we're installing two nucleus hives of bees in two different hives. The one I'm doing right now is in a neighbor's yard a few blocks away from our house. I have one in their backyard. I'm going to show it to you right here. And there you go. We just installed a nucleus hive of Italian honeybees. Quite heavy box, so there's a lot of them in there. And on top we have a honey super that's filled out so that they can get lots of food going forward. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to go do the other one now. Okay, so the hive we just did in my neighbor's yard, I knew I was going to lose it last year. Going into the fall, just wasn't a strong hive. I could just tell. They weren't taking any of the honey from the supers where they store the honey. They weren't taking it down deeper into the hive, which is a common trait to do in the fall, to get all of the honey close to where the brood's going to be. They didn't do that. I think the queen was gone, but it was too late in the year for me to be able to do anything about it. So I knew I was going to lose it. All the bees were gone from there. Honestly, there weren't any bees in there, so they must have left the remaining bees that were there. There was no brood left over. So we got a good clean start, put some good frames in there. Everything looks good, smells good, everything looks great. So we're going to hope that it goes forward. We'll put a honey super on top of it so they have good amount of food, and they look pretty happy now. So now we are going into my yard, my front yard, where I have a hive that's just about maybe 20 feet from our front door, and it's a hive that we love having. It's beautiful. I'm going to show it to you now, and you can check it out, show you what I'm going to do. All right, so here's our beehive, and it is very close to the front door. Here's our front door, and right here's our beehive. We have a sidewalk that goes past it into the backyard, and we do that because we just love having them here, and they've worked out really well. Nobody ever gets stung. The only person that ever gets stung on this hive is me. So we have two deeps on there. I know that they both have, those are the deep boxes. That's the brood chambers, and I know both of them going into the middle of winter were packed out with honey, ready to go. But they just left, so they absconded for some reason. Our winter really messed things up. This top one is a honey super, should be filled with honey, 100% honey, I believe it is. If not, I have one in the house to put on there. I did have a couple that were filled with sugar water, and I'm not sure if that's this one or not, so I have to test it and see. So I'm going to break it down and leave just that lower brood box, pull these other two off. Those are going to back in my bee barn, and then we're going to install the next bees, another nucleus hive of Italians. So here we go. Okay, we finished installing the nucleus hive in my front yard. I'm gonna flip this around. I still got one glove on because they can be a little pissy right now, so to hold the phone, hopefully I won't get stung on that hand. But here we go, we're gonna flip it around. So here's the one in our front yard. We took out and kind of made a good brood box down below. Made sure these brood boxes were really full of honey. So these bees right here have gotten an amazing start. They don't really have to build anything in the bottom box. They don't have to pull any honey or anything. It's all there. The top one, I went ahead, it was a sugar water super that I had, but I went ahead and removed the sugar water super that I had. And on the front porch, I had one honey super that was honey that I thought maybe I'd be able to extract, but want to give the bees the best that they possibly can. So I'll flip this over since I'm still here. I think I can do this without getting stung on the hand. And so what we've got is, we've got our super, and you can see them starting to come up into it. Once this one is good and full, and I see a bunch of brood going in, a little bit more brood here, probably within a day or two, I'm going to add a second brood box on top of that, and we should be rock and rolling. So it should be good. Looking forward to it. Hoping this year to rebuild our honey, our beehive. We have done in years past about 125 pounds of honey off of about 4 hives. I'm pretty pleased with that. I love the honey. It's great. It's floral. And so we're excited. Join us for the adventure as we move forward here at Homegrown Happiness and rebuild this farm.